Hi folks, Bugout Brad here with Camo Camping and Fun, and I'm going to do a video for you today. It's a little different. Just going to wing it as I do everything. But I'm going to take you out. I'm just going to flip you over and take you out to my trucks. And if you stick with me till the end, I'll tell you why I'm doing a video like this. Just going to flip you around and take you out to the Bugout trucks. Okay. So this is my 85 Sierra Classic, of course. It still has the dealership stickers on it. I hope, I know it's a nice sunny day, but you get the shady sides there. There's the original sticker. It was Canadian truck, and it was kept quite well. It was a bit of a show-off truck, I think, for an older gentleman. I'm just going to flip a light on here so we can maybe see what's going on a little better here. So there's the Edelbrock carburetor that I put in and took the old carburetor out. Now all the pollution except for one little thing is hooked up. This little, oh, I can't get it right there. It is, this little bull vent guy right here. But I'm actually gonna do a second carb for this, and this carburetor is going on my brother's truck, which I'll show you in a little bit. So there's not a lot of mods besides the base for the carburetor, basically the ported base. I'm just going to show you the offset EGR I had to use because the carburetor is spread a little bit too wide, and I made a bit of a custom riser there for the venting on the PCV system. No big deal, and a little bit of a new part there because the old part, of course, doesn't fit. It's not tall enough. Now this is also, the breather is also set, or the air cleaner is also set on a little half-inch adapter to adapt it to the Edelbrock carburetor. And I'll show you. Whoops, sorry, I got caught there in a wire. And I'll show you here. Here's the original carburetor. I can hardly see it. I'm just going to shut my light off here. I can hardly see it, but there's the original carb, or the second carb I put on it, which GM carbs, I like them, but when they don't work, when they work great. When they don't work, they don't work very good at all. I rebuilt the distributor, and this one here is the old original distributor. And you can see there's a wire harness here that would be hooked into the electronic spark control, which has nothing to do with pollution, just monkeys the ignition system a bit. So it's got a rebuilt distributor in it with a bit of an advance in the timing from 4 degrees to 8, and it works perfect. I put this bracket here out because I actually had to cut it. I don't know if I could show you that, but I actually had to cut it here and space it back to accommodate the TV cable, which helps with the shifting of the transmission. I don't know if you can see it in here. Maybe I'll put my light back on for you. Let's see here. Actually you can see it's the shiny black thing back there. That's where I actually, right on that shiny black angle, or whatever you want to call it, that's where I had to weld it back together. So I took the stock bracket and re-welded it to set that TV cable back a little farther. It seemed to work out, and then I eventually had to pull the TV cable a little further. So I don't know. It worked though. That was the main thing. So, and the other little trick I did, here's the, there's the type of adapter. Now that's a ported adapter. This one has a little spacer on it, which you don't need on the setup I have. But instead of using a regular stock gasket, I use a ported gasket, which is a Felpro. I don't know if you can see it here. If we come down, it's actually a Felpro marine gasket. There's the number right there for anybody who's interested in that. And what it does, it makes your carburetor a lot more sensitive for the idle circuit and everything else. So it works great instead of having this gap here to set things up. So anyways, I'll take you over to the interior. I did quite a bit of work changing things like the tires on it. They're new tires and everything. Of course, you can't get those beautiful Michelins anymore. But those are on it, and there's also new rotors and check the wheel bearings and all that sort of thing. I had to put in a new gauge package. Well, not a new one, but a used one. And because the old one fried, and so it says, it's, I don't know if you can see the miles out there. It's funny. This truck had 96,000 kilometers. So And you American folks can figure that out easier than I can. And that's how I got it. The paint and all that stuff's original. This cap, the guy put it on there years ago, and I think he had it painted, I'm not sure. It's still in pretty good shape. It has the original CAD on it, with dual exhaust coming out the back with no muffler, of course. I got my little light on, so I don't know if you can see in here so good, but I can hardly see the screen. I got a little towel there because I got a slight leak in the cap hatch there, but that's okay. I'll figure it out eventually. Put a nice rubber pad in, and she's in shockingly good condition, except for the paint job that was never done on the inside of the cap. It's kind of like filthy, but that's okay. There's my little toolbox that matches stuff in blue. I don't know, had to do that. Oh, there's a little camo in the corner there with a spare sleeping bag for emergencies. I'll take you over to my brother's truck now. Here we get a side shot of it there. It is absolutely gorgeous. I did a lot of work. I did so much work on that truck. To list it all would be crazy. I have a little notepad here with everything on it about all the stuff that I did. I think I mentioned it. Oh, I had this undercoated as well. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Oh, and all the hoses, belts, all that kind of stuff was all changed. And the motor was all carboned up. It was badly carboned because this truck wasn't driven that much. I don't know. The guy was just a great guy. I bought it off, but he's a very wealthy guy, actually, and he had it kind of stored beautifully and everything. The only damage it took, besides sitting, which is the worst thing you can do, is a little mice chewed on her a little bit there, standing on top of the master cylinder. So yeah, I even have a patch for that somewhere. But anyways, I'll take you over to my brother's truck here. Well, I still got some light in my little so there's the offset EGR in his. You can see it a little clearer in this setup here. Now this has AC, and had a whole pot. The AC doesn't work, actually. I'm going to fix it eventually, but it's got hoses, everything. It had a custom radiator. That's all a new rad and everything in it. But it's got the big, as you can see, let's see if you can see it here, the big Holley carburetor. There's a picture of it there. And it's also sitting on a port adapter. This, I changed the entire manifold on this to an aluminum, like the old Corvette Z71. It had some old 1970 thing on it with no EGR. So I basically put back all the pollution on it. Let's see if we can see any of it here clearly. Yeah, so there's some of it. It's hard to see in this angle, but there's a little blue thing down there. That's your thermo sensor for your EGR setup, right? For over here. So, and I spent hours with the wiring on it. They wired it terribly. They actually wedged the starter motor wires in between the block and the motor mount. It was just unbelievable. Some of the terrible things they did, but then I guess somewhere along the trail they did some good stuff to it as well. That breather is just my old breather from my old Jimmy. It's nothing special. I just painted it up so we had a breather on it. It had all this chrome. There was chrome everywhere on this thing. The valve covers, all that kind of sort of stuff. It was all chrome. I don't like chrome on my stock engines. Oh, and I did a nice job there on that riser. As you can see there, going up to the breather. It's a little bit of a custom fit with some stock parts. It turned out beautifully. And it does have the old Vet-Ran manifolds on it. That's one thing they did down the States properly. And that worked out great. I took a lot of the stock parts that I had and redid a lot of stuff on it. I'll just bring you over here to the breather that's going on there. Now, this is just dirty stuff right now, but that's a tall breather. So what this has in it is an oil bath. So basically, sorry about that, you've got your big tall filter, great big giant guy, and this oil baths for heavy dust and stuff. So this thing was from Arizona, this truck. Oh, I'm sorry, it's I didn't mention it's a Silverado. It's an 85 Silverado. But I'm just bringing it back here. So that's got the breather on that my brother wants, and the only way that'll fit under the hood with that big Holley's stacked up there, it's even on a half-inch spacer to clear the fuel lines, is to put one of these guys on. So that's the next Edelbrock I'm going to rebuild. And I might rebuild this one and drill it out to put the bull vent on it like the other truck needs, and just swap them out because that other carburetor works to perfection. So there you have it, kind of thing. I'll let's see, we'll just back up and give you a little view of them here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you back in 1 second in the garage, and I'm going to tell you why I did this video. Hi folks, I just wanted to mention why I did this video. We were just up at some friends there, Mike and Shelly's place in Perry Sound. They got a beautiful place up there, and they're so gracious. They let us stay at their fantastic cottage, and they have 2 sons, Connor and Liam. I might have mentioned them before in another video, but Connor, the youngest son, he's into the trucks and everything like I am, and he's a future gearhead, so he's going to be right into it with that stuff, and his dad does the same kind of stuff. So he's always been bugging me to do truck videos, and which he knows I've got these trucks, and I would love to do videos on them. And they're sort of like our Bugout trucks. I'm working on a Jimmy eventually for a real Bugout vehicle. That'll be kind of cool if I live long enough. But so I just wanted to say that I'm doing a video for you, Connor, with the trucks and everything. So I hope you're happy with that, and we'll see you later on, maybe even at Christmas time. The truck did make a 5-hour trip up there to Perry Sound, my old 85 there. So that's just great that we can use them for long trips now. That was the scary part, because our old Buick was kind of dying off. So that's one of the reasons why that I made this video. The other reason is I just got in touch with my younger cousin that I haven't seen for a while. It was his birthday, I believe, yesterday. So that would be Kiefer. And I think he's 13 and he's doing really well. He's playing ball and everything. And I told him a long time ago that I'd be doing YouTubes. And he was like thrilled. So I just thought I'd say happy birthday to Kiefer, and say hi to his mom, Kayla. And hopefully you guys are doing just fantastic. And I'll see you some other time later on in the future. And I'll see you on the next video for sure. The other reason I wanted to just mention, I hate being political or anything, but that a lot of my viewers are Americans, and that elbows up thing that they were talking about, that's just, I have nothing to do with that. Some of the nicest people I ever met were in the United States. I don't think I ever paid for a beer when I was down there with my friends. So I don't know what that's all about, but I just thought I'd mention that. And my Canadian subscribers and viewers, thank you so much. We know you're wonderful. That's not a problem. But I'll see you in the next video, and take care and have a fantastic day.